我们又重新回来了啊。那要有明确的目标，就像这个唐三藏去西经取经一样。那鲍尔呢？鲍尔他是曾经担任波湾战争的总指挥，那么他也是美国的国务卿啊。他说，那基本上呢，要有3C作为一个领导者，他在率领这个员工的时候要具备这个3C 的精神啊。那是哪3C 呢？我们这里提到了要有目标，要有一致，要有承诺啊。目标的话呢 ，clarity 是一个非常清楚的一个方向，执着啊，绝对不受到挫折而放弃。一致 consistency 在这里意思是他前后就是不离弃他的初衷啊，从头到尾都跟他的初衷保持一致性。第3个承诺 commitment 的意思就是说你要有诺言而承担你的诺言，就像是联邦快递一样啊，使命必达，这是一个 commitment 这种承诺。杰出的领导者在面对问题的时候，必须目标明确，态度一致，并且能够符合自身能力的承诺。其他的话呢，就是奖赏权跟强制权。奖赏领导者对于属下的表现多少给予一些勉励，多少给他一点物质或者是金钱上的鼓励，让他呢能够更愿意配合组织的目标和努力奋斗。它是一种最能实现和能够改变他人行为的权利。强制权领导者要胁迫属下从事某种工作的权利。强制权的使用容易引起属下恐惧，强制权的滥用必然引起属下的反感。聪明的领导者最好是将这种权利备而不用。领导人的重要行为是赢得信任。领导自己最重要的一件事情就是信任。一个人有没有领导力，要看他能不能赢得他人的信任。当然，能赢得他人的信任的时候，就已经跨出了成功领导的第一步了。那么我们为什么有些领导无法赢得我们的信任呢？我们来看这个 Simon 他的解释。
They made all of that money and allowed their people to be sacrificed. In fact, they may have sacrificed their people for the money. This is why we're angry and offended and don't trust them. They fail. Our jobs are killing us. And the people who are responsible are the leaders. This is what it means to be a leader. The cost of leadership is self-interest. If you're not willing to give up your perks when it matters, then you probably shouldn't get promoted. You might be an authority, but you will not be a leader. Leadership comes at a cost. You don't get to do less work when you get more senior. You have to do more work. And the more work you have to do is put yourself at risk to look after others. That is the anthropological definition of what a leader is. This is why we're so offended by these banker boys who pay themselves astronomical salaries. It has nothing to do with the number. It has to do with the fact that they have violated a deep-seated social contract. We know that they made all of that money and allowed their people to be sacrificed. In fact, they may have sacrificed their people for the money. If I told you we're going to give $150 million to Nelson Mandela, would anyone have a problem with that? Nope. $250 million to Mother Teresa. Got an issue with it? Nope. It's not the number. It's not the amount of money they make. It's that we are deeply and viscerally offended that we know that we allowed them to have this alpha position and they did not fulfill their responsibility of the alpha. They're supposed to sacrifice themselves for us, never sacrifice us for themselves. This is why we're angry and offended and don't trust them. They fail. An act of human generosity is defined as giving of your time and energy and expecting nothing in return. Money doesn't work, sorry. If I told you that this morning I gave $1,000 to charity, what would you think of me? You'd be like, good for you. What, do you want a medal? But if I told you that last Saturday I gave up my day and I went and painted schools in the inner city, then what would you think? You'd be like, nice, cool, I should do more, right? The value of my labor, much less than $1,000, could have hired many more people for $1,000 to go paint schools in the inner city. But you see, as human beings, we put a premium on time because it is an equal commodity and it is a non-redeemable commodity. You spend money, you make money. You spend time, you'll never get it back. Some of you are sitting in this room right now saying, I will never get this time back. I got nothing for you. So we put a premium on people who give us their time and energy. A leader who says to you, I'll pay for something for you, is not a leader. A leader who comes and sits down next to you and says, how can I help you, is a leader. I was talking to some oil executives, and they were trying to convince me that they really care about how fulfilled and how happy their employees are at work, to which I said, no, you don't. And they said, no, we do. And I said, no, you don't. And they said, yeah, we do. You see how this went. And I said, I bet you hired some high-priced consultancy to come and do a web survey about whether people like their jobs or not. And they said, well, we didn't hire a consultancy. I said, okay, so it's kind of like sending your son an email, right? Dear son, your mother and I care that you feel like a valuable part of this family. Please tell us candidly what we can do better so that you feel like you belong here because we really love you. Love, Dad. Or you go into his room, you sit on his bed, and you say, hey, son, your mom and I really care that you feel like a valuable member of this family. Please tell us candidly what we can do better because we want you to feel like you belong and we really love you. Same words, same intention, same desire. The difference is one you gave time and energy and the other one you didn't. This is the problem with email. It's too easy. It's too easy. There's no time and energy expended. It's too easy. Don't feel anything. So let me show you the subconscious power of this device. What if I were to hold my phone while I'm giving this presentation? I'm not checking it, it's not buzzing, it's not beeping. I'm simply holding it. Do you feel like you're the most important thing to me right now? No, you do not. And this is an artificial environment. Now think about how often this phone is out while we're talking to other people. Hey boss, can I talk to you? Sure, what's on your mind? As opposed to, sure, what's on your mind? We go out for dinner or lunch with our family and our friends. We have meetings, and we put the phone on the table, which sends a subconscious message to everybody else in the room that this is not that important to me. You're not that important to me. And by the way, putting your phone upside down is not more polite. This is my favorite one, where the phone rings in the middle of a dinner, in the middle of a lunch, in the middle of a meeting, and somebody goes, I'm not gonna answer it. Oh my God, just so magnanimous.
要照顾好你的员工，他们将照顾好你的业务。对他人真正的关心和感兴趣做任何事都想别人，是赢得他人信任的第一个方式。很多领导人会说自己很忙，心情不好，没有那个闲情。其实只要是真心关心，短短的一句话也就够了所以作为一个领导者要赢得别人信任的方法，其中最重要的一件事情就是坦诚。对于属下的困境表示当然绝对不是说干话了表示可以在某种角度上给予一定的协助， 但是呢，如果帮不上忙的话，也不至于去嘲笑、嘲讽或者是刺激你的属下。设法要谅解他人要能真心谅解一个人，其实是有方法的。如果能够了解对方的过去，知道他的生活背景对他造成什么影响，就能谅解为什么他对某些事会有那样的敏感、强烈、奇怪的反应丘吉尔呢，曾经几次竞选首相失败，但他毫不气馁他不但意志坚强，而且待人十分宽厚，能够谅解他人的过失，包括那些呢曾经强烈反对过他的人，虚怀若谷，使他摆脱了许多的烦恼。所以光靠管理还不够一般人误以为领导和管理是同样的一件事情，但其实呢，两者之间有好多不同。领导是与人有关系的，管理则是与制度有关系的。那讲到这里的话，我们想到了丘吉尔，他曾经呢有一部电影在描述他，叫做《最黑暗的时刻》那我们来找出这样的一个片子，然后看是不是由这个片子来看得出一个坚持到底的丘吉尔是值得我们效法的。
Turning once again to the question of invasion, I would observe that there has never been a period in all these long centuries of which we boast when an absolute guarantee against invasion could have been given to our people. I have myself full confidence that if all do their duty, if nothing is neglected, and the best arrangements are made as they are being made, we shall prove ourselves once more able to defend our island home, to ride out the storm of war, and to outlive the menace of tyranny, if necessary, for years, if necessary, alone. At any rate, that is what we are going to try to do. That is the resolve of His Majesty's government, every man of them.
To your right a bit more, please.
That is the will of Parliament and the nation. The British Empire and the French Republic, linked together in their cause and in their need, will defend to the death their native soil, aiding each other like good comrades to the utmost of their strength. Even though large tracts of Europe and many old and famous states have fallen or may fall into the grip of the Gestapo and all the odious apparatus of the Nazi rule, we shall not flag or fail. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields. and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender! And if, which I do not for a moment believe, this island or large part of it were subjugated and starving, then our empire, we're on the seas, armed and guarded by the British fleet, would carry on the struggle until in God's good time, the new world, with all its power and might, steps forth to the rescue and the liberation of the old.
Changed your mind?
Those who never change their mind never change anything.
好，这个就是所谓最黑暗的时刻啊。那来说明啊，这个丘吉尔他是如何的坚持他的理想，然后呢，遇到很大的挫折跟挑战，但是呢，他还是尽其可能的把他的这个想要表达的，并且鼓舞所有的跟他同样遭受到挫折的同胞们还有他的属下，即便是他觉得对于跟德国作战是毫无把握，甚至于呢可能会惨败这件事情，他都了然于胸。但是呢，他还是要鼓舞激励他的属下，以达成目标为这个努力的方针，绝对不投降绝对不屈服绝对呢不要看到挫折就产生了失败主义。所以有一句话把领导跟管理的差别形容得很好管理是 do the thing right， 是把事情做好做对，领导呢则是 to do the right things， 去做对的事情。所以管理呢通常是处理现在的事情，领导呢常常是想的是未来的经营，能够对人多一点关心信任，就能发挥领导力所以基本上呢，这个领导者他必须是能够接受错误，学习教训。每个人都会犯错，可是100个犯错的人当中呢，有多少人会尽力从错误中学到教训，而且不会再犯？能够从错误中学习到的人是真的很有福气的，因为他一直在进步。反过来说，为自己辩护，怪到别人头上，抱怨经济不景气，找借口，就不可能进步，更得不到收获。长时间下来，两种心态就会造成截然不同的命运。